Alright, the other night it was dark, I had been eating dinner, I came out, went to start my motorcycle, and when I turned the key, nothing happened. Normally these lights will come on and then you can start it. Reach underneath here and you'll find this thing here. It's got a little tab underneath, you push that up and then you can pull it out. So what I did was I stuck the binder clip in this side. You'll see there's a little spark, and actually it's a perfect size, it'll fit in there, and those lights will come on and you can start it up. I don't have the choke on. It'll start up. I needed a headlight though, and the headlight didn't come on. Well, so happens this other side will turn on your headlights. So here's what it looks like underneath, and there's two, I think those are 8mm nuts, which appear to be holding it on in there. Let me take those off and see if I can get that out. Okay, I got those two 10mm bolts out, and then it looks like it's just gonna slide down, and I have to move my flashlight, and there's some wires in there. May have to move them around to get it totally out. Yeah, it just came out without any trouble. So this is the cylinder, and this is the electrical part, which appears to be held in with just like a tab there and there. So let me get my screwdriver and just poke those in and see if I can get this part off. I know I can buy this whole piece really well, like for 40 bucks, but I just want to get this part. Oh, okay, that was super easy. Okay, so this is the part that I need then. This part is still good, so I'm going to see if I can just order this, or I should probably, let me take this part first and see if I can tell what's wrong with it inside. Okay, so this is super easy to get apart, I think. If we just pry, there's a little spot here. You know, you could do all this on the side of the road with the tools that are included with the motorcycle, which is awesome. And I don't know, that's what's inside. It doesn't, there are a couple of springs that look like they came out. I don't know if there's any reason why it shouldn't be able to put back together. Let me take a closer look at it. Okay, so I'm looking at this thing right now, and I am betting, because this, okay, center one, which is the power, remember? I think it goes to this piece of copper here, and this I could hardly even tell it was copper because it was so corroded. I am going to clean that up and try to, it's kind of depressed. Well, there, now it's really nice and clean. And I put these guys back in here. This was simple. You know, even though everything fell out when I took it apart, there's if you hold it this way. Oh no! Wait, there's little balls in there too. I don't want those to fall out. But the springs go in these holes, and then these things go back like the only way that they can. I think the balls are just the indents that you feel with the key, so I guess that's probably not critical. I think it's just this copper contact right here that was so corroded I couldn't tell it was copper. Now I can. I'm going to put it back together. I bet it's going to work. Okay, so I cleaned that up a little bit. If it doesn't work, it's because this one is slightly indented, where the other ones are flush. This one's just a little bit down. I tried to carve away some of the plastic on there, but because this thing has little bumps on it, it should reach down there. I'm going to find the one that seems fresher and put it on this side. Maybe that'll help. Well, let me put it back together. Okay, there's only one way to put it back together. Line this tab up and this tab, and then I had to just take my screwdriver and turn it a bit. I'm going to plug it in now and see if it works. Ha! It totally works. I don't know what. Oh, wait. Kind of works? Yeah. Headlight. That's it. Worked. Ah. Okay, I was a little premature in my optimism. So it still it works, but now it doesn't work. So it's still a little tricky. If I wiggle it a little bit, now it works. I think I can make it better. I'm going to take it apart and just try to build up that copper bit a bit. Here's what I'm going to try. I've stretched out this spring just a little bit to put more pressure on this plate, which I've cleaned up just a bit. I don't want to sand those dots off, so I just gave it a little brush, cleaned it up. And then on this part, I wanted to try to add some material to this one right here to bring it up higher, because right now it's slightly indented and I couldn't get anything to stick to it. So I thought if you had a little brass or a little brass screw, you might be able to drill a hole and use it like a dental implant and sand it down so it was flush. But I sanded, just used a palm sander and sanded some of the plastic material away here to try to bring it down closer to flush with this copper piece. So hopefully this will make better contact when I put it together. Let's take a look. Okay, got the ignition switch back in. I had to take this plastic piece off to just gives you a little bit more room to wiggle it in there. Get it bolted down okay. Now let's give it a try. That's good. Okay. There you go. It's still working. All right. Okay, I guess that's how you fix your ignition switch without having to spend any money on it and without losing your original keys, so that you got keys for here and keys back here.